Have you ever considered that something as ordinary as your cooking oil might be quietly harming your brain? Here's a sobering thought. Every 40 seconds, someone in the US experiences a stroke. That adds up to more than 795,000 cases every year. And no, it's not always about family history or aging. Sometimes it's just about what we eat over and over again. When we think about keeping our brains sharp, most of us picture brain teasers or memory apps. But in reality, some of the most influential factors, good or bad, are hiding right in our pantry. In today's video, we'll walk through 5 dangerous fats that may be undermining your brain's health and 5 nourishing ones that can help you stay mentally clear and strong well into later life. But don't worry, I won't spoil everything now. Stay tuned, because a few of these might catch you off guard. Even some healthy fats might not be as safe as you think. Before we jump in, let me ask, are you someone who loves learning how food impacts your body? Drop a 1 in the comments. Or if you usually just eat what's quick and easy, drop a 0. Either way, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more helpful tips like this right here on Health Hub. Let's begin with a fat that could be hiding in your go-to snacks and silently increasing your stroke risk: trans fats. These are commonly found in deep-fried chicken, fast food fries, and those ultra-soft packaged pastries that seem to last forever. Trans fats are created when food companies turn liquid oils into solids like margarine or shortening using a process called hydrogenation. Sounds scientific, right? But here's the scary part. These fats don't just sit idly in your system. They trigger inflammation in your blood vessels, damage your artery walls, and raise your LDL, the bad cholesterol. That's a recipe for stroke, one bite at a time. A study in the journal Neurology followed over 1,600 older adults and found those with higher blood levels of trans fats had up to a 50% higher risk of developing dementia. This isn't just about forgetting things. It's about your brain slowly unraveling. So next time you grab something fried in reused oil, think twice. It might be fueling inflammation in both your brain and circulatory system. What can you do instead? Always check nutrition labels for partially hydrogenated oils. If you see that, leave it on the shelf. Craving something crunchy? Try air-fried veggies or a handful of nuts. You'll get that satisfying bite without the toxic side effects. Next up is another common culprit in American kitchens that quietly increases stroke risk even more: saturated fats. They're the ones that make your steak juicy, your butter creamy, and your bacon mouth-watering. But what delights your taste buds might be hardening your arteries. You'll find saturated fats in red meats, full-fat dairy products like butter and cream, lard, and tropical oils like palm oil. The problem? In large amounts, they drive up your LDL cholesterol. When that happens, cholesterol starts to clog your blood vessels, making it harder for oxygen to reach your brain and raising your risk for clots and stroke. A major review in the British Medical Journal found that simply replacing 5% of your daily saturated fat intake with healthier fats could cut your stroke risk by nearly 20. That's a small change with huge benefits. Imagine this: breakfast starts with a buttery croissant, eggs cooked in bacon grease, and dinner ends with a creamy stew. It may feel cozy, but repeated day after day, that pattern adds up and your brain pays the price. Here's a better option: swap butter for olive oil when cooking, choose leaner meats, or try a meatless Monday now and then. Your brain and heart will thank you. Now, let's talk about a fat most people assume is healthy but in large amounts can stir up serious trouble: omega-6 fatty acids. Sounds healthy, right? After all, they're considered essential, and they are. But too much omega-6 without enough omega-3 to counterbalance it leads to chronic inflammation. Omega-6s are found in many common vegetable oils like corn, soybean, and sunflower oil. These are widely used in processed snacks, salad dressings, and fried foods like fast food fries and even some crackers. The typical American diet today has a ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 that's way out of proportion, sometimes as high as 20 to 1. Ideally, it should be closer to 4 to 1 or even 2. 1. One study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with a high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio had more inflammation markers and were at higher risk for heart disease. So what's the fix? Swap out refined vegetable oils for better alternatives like extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. Add more omega-3 rich foods to your meals like salmon, walnuts, chia seeds, and ground flax seed. It's not about eliminating omega-6s completely, just restoring balance. Next is a kind of cholesterol that becomes far more dangerous when it's damaged, and it's more common than you think: oxidized LDL. You've probably heard LDL called bad cholesterol, but it becomes especially harmful when it's oxidized. Think of oxidized LDL like rust in your bloodstream. It sticks to artery walls, sparks inflammation, and triggers plaque buildup. Over time, this narrows your arteries and increases your risk for stroke and heart attacks. Where does oxidized LDL come from? Mostly from eating food fried in reused oil, like what you find at fast food spots or street vendors, where the oil is used again and again until it becomes dark and sticky. It also comes from old animal fats stored too long in the fridge or freezer. A study in the journal Atherosclerosis found that people with higher levels of oxidized LDL had a much higher risk of stroke and mental decline, even if their total cholesterol levels appeared normal. So it's not just about how much cholesterol you have, but what kind. Here's what you can do: avoid deep-fried fast food, especially if you don't know how fresh the oil is. Cook more meals at home using fresh ingredients, and add more antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, and green tea. They help protect LDL from becoming oxidized in the first place. And now, one more fat you've probably eaten this week, and it may be quietly raising your risk of stroke with every bite: hydrogenated oils. These are used in margarine, shortening, and many processed baked goods. They're designed to extend shelf life and give foods that ideal flaky texture, but inside your body, they're doing far more damage than good. Hydrogenated oils are a major source of trans fats, even if the label says 0. In the US, products can list 0 grams if they contain less than 0.5 grams per serving. But if you eat multiple servings or different items in a day, those little amounts add up fast. These fats are especially dangerous because they don't just raise bad cholesterol, they also lower the good kind. That double hit makes your arteries more vulnerable to inflammation, clots, and ultimately stroke. Research in the journal Circulation found that people who ate more hydrogenated oils had a significantly higher risk of ischemic stroke, the kind caused by blocked blood flow to the brain. So think about it. Every time you spread margarine on toast or eat a packaged cookie, you might be fueling the very fats that increase your risk of a brain clot. What can you do instead? Choose natural spreads like avocado or nut butters. When buying baked goods, look for labels that say non-hydrogenated, or better yet, bake your own treats at home using whole, natural ingredients. Now that we've covered the fats to watch out for, let's turn towards something more hopeful: the fats that protect and strengthen your brain for the long haul. Omega-3 fatty acids. These are the fats your brain absolutely loves. You'll find them in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, as well as in chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3s work wonders. They lower inflammation, support healthy blood flow, and help prevent blood clots that could trigger a stroke. A study featured in Stroke, the Journal of the American Heart Association, tracked over 70,000 participants and found a strong link between frequent consumption of omega-3 rich fish and a reduced risk of both ischemic and hemorrhagic strokes. But the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s are also crucial building blocks of your brain's cell membranes. They help keep those membranes flexible, promote communication between neurons, and may even slow down age-related cognitive decline. Not a fan of fish? No problem. There are plenty of plant-based sources to choose from. A spoonful of ground flaxseed in your smoothie, some chia seeds on your breakfast bowl, or a handful of walnuts as a snack can all deliver meaningful benefits. Start small. Aim to include fish in your meals twice a week, or add a tablespoon of flaxseed to your daily routine. Every little change adds up, and your brain will thank you. Now, let's move on to a different group of fats that don't just support brain function, they actively help improve your cholesterol profile. Monounsaturated fats. These heart-smart, brain-boosting fats are found in foods like extra virgin olive oil, avocados, almonds, and cashews. If you've ever topped a salad with olive oil or spread avocado on toast, you've already tapped into their benefits. What sets monounsaturated fats apart is their ability to lower levels of LDL, the bad cholesterol, while increasing HDL, the good kind that helps clean up your bloodstream. When your arteries are clear and flexible, blood flows more easily to the brain, helping reduce stroke risk and supporting mental sharpness. In a long-term study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, People whose diets were higher in monounsaturated fats experienced lower rates of stroke and memory loss over time. These aren't minor perks, they're powerful tools for protecting your brain as you age. You don't need to flip your diet upside down. Simple swaps can make a real difference. Use olive oil instead of butter, snack on almonds instead of chips, and add some avocado to your sandwich or salad. Coming up, we've got another underrated group of fats working quietly in the background to benefit your brain and heart: polyunsaturated fats. This family of fats plays a low-key but essential role in keeping your brain functioning smoothly. They're found in oils like sunflower, flaxseed, and soybean, as well as in walnuts and sunflower seeds. Because your body can't produce these fats on its own, you have to get them through food. What makes them special? Polyunsaturated fats help lower both total cholesterol and triglycerides, improving cardiovascular health. And when your heart is healthier, your brain reaps the benefits too, thanks to improved blood flow that delivers oxygen and nutrients where they're needed. A study featured in stroke, followed adults over 60 and found that those with higher intake of polyunsaturated fats had lower chances of artery narrowing and blood clot formation. That means a lower stroke risk, better memory, and clearer thinking as we grow older. And incorporating them into your meals is surprisingly easy. Try drizzling flaxseed oil over steamed vegetables, using sunflower oil for gentle surai, or sprinkling sunflower seeds and walnuts over oatmeal or yogurt. These small daily habits may seem minor, but over time, they help build a stronger, more resilient brain. Next up is a unique type of fat that gets quickly converted into energy and could help your brain stay focused and stress-free: medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. You'll mostly find MCTs in pure coconut oil, and they stand apart from the long-chain fats found in other oils. Why are they so special? Because instead of being stored in the body, MCTs are rapidly transformed into energy, providing a quick, clean fuel source for your brain and muscles. They bypass the usual long digestive process, which is especially helpful for older adults whose metabolism may have slowed. Studies published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience show that MCTs may enhance brain function in individuals with mild memory challenges. They also help reduce oxidative stress, the kind of cellular wear and tear that accelerates aging in the brain. Think of MCTs as a clean, burning energy spark for your brain, especially useful when your energy dips during the day. How can you get more of them? Try mixing a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil into your morning coffee or smoothie. Use it for light cooking or stir it into oatmeal for a subtle, nutty boost. Just remember, moderation matters. Balance is everything, even with healthy fats. Now let's look at a lesser-known type of fat that supports the very structure of your brain cells and might already be in your fridge: phospholipids. Phospholipids are vital for maintaining strong, flexible brain cell membranes. You'll find them in egg yolks and soy-based foods like tofu and soy milk, ingredients that sometimes get a bad reputation but are actually nutrient powerhouses. Phospholipids act like insulation around nerve cells, helping brain signals travel quickly and smoothly. This becomes especially important as we age and that natural insulation starts to wear down. Research published in Nutrients highlighted one particular phospholipid, phosphatidylserine, for its ability to boost memory, attention, and mood. In older adults, instead of tossing the egg yolk and eating only the whites, consider eating the whole egg, especially if it's pasture-raised, which offers even more nutritional value. And if you enjoy soy milk, edamame, or tofu, those are excellent sources of phospholipids too. You don't need pricey supplements or exotic foods to support your brain. Often, it's about coming back to simple, whole foods that your body already knows how to use. Now that we've explored the fats that can support, fuel, and protect your brain, let's wrap up with some final reflections. The fats you choose whether to fry with, drizzle over your meals, or snack on have a quiet but powerful effect on your brain's performance and longevity. And the best part, you don't have to change everything at once. One small step, like switching margarine for olive oil or tossing a few walnuts into your breakfast, can send a powerful message to your brain: I'm taking care of you. It's never too late to start. The brain is always evolving, healing, and responding to the choices we make, and those choices begin on our plate. If this video gave you a new perspective on fats and brain health, consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you'd like more videos that gently guide you toward better health, hit that subscribe button and join the Health Hub family. We're in this together, growing, learning, and taking care of the one body we've been given. You made it to the end of the video, and that says a lot about how much you value your health. Keep it up. Your brain is worth it.